guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing the curriculum that I'm going to be using this coming school year with my 4th grader. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Deanna and I'm a homeschooling mom of 4 with 1 on the way. And here on my channel, I like to talk about homeschooling, homemaking, as well as my faith in Christ. So if that interests you, I would love for you to subscribe to see my future videos. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the curriculum choices that I've made for my 4th grade son this year. If you want to see the other videos in this homeschooling curriculum series, I will have them in my homeschool playlist, linked in the description box below, so be sure to check those out. I'm also going to be sharing what I'm using with my 1st grade daughter and my 6th grade daughter in separate videos. So if you want to see those, be sure to check them out. But today I'm going to be sharing what I'm going to be using with my 4th grade son for his core curriculum. So that is going to be reading, writing, math, and language arts. All right, for handwriting this year with my son, we are going to be using 2 books. And the first one is Handwriting Without Tears, Can Do Cursive. We really have enjoyed using Handwriting Without Tears. I've used it for several years now. It's a really great curriculum. I feel like it's very approachable, non-frustrating, but they also incorporate a lot of helpful skills in their writing practice. So we really enjoy this curriculum. So this will be the writing book that he's going to be using. This is the second book that my son's going to be doing this year for writing, and that is Building Writers. Building Writers is also made by Handwriting Without Tears. They call it Learning Without Tears. And basically Building Writers talks about how to become a proficient writer. And so teaching children how to write good descriptive words, transitional words, writing a short story, a paragraph, poems, different things like that. So this really builds on different writing skills in order to become a good writer. So this is going to be his second component for writing this year. In addition to penmanship with Handwriting Without Tears, he'll also be using Building Writers. All right, the next subject I'm going to talk about is language arts. This year, we're going to be doing language lessons for a living education from Master Books, and this is book 4. So we have used this for the last 2 years, and I have really liked using this Master Books curriculum for language arts. I feel like it's very short and concise. I talked a little bit more about it in my daughter's 1st grade video, but just to summarize, I feel like this curriculum accomplishes everything that I wanted it to for our family. I was personally just looking for a curriculum that would introduce some more grammar concepts and practice. I also really like that it incorporates both art and poetry. And so this is not going to be a complete, phonics program or spelling program. But if you're looking for something that is short, concise lessons that just kind of exposes your children to a lot of different language arts concepts and ideas, then I think this would be a good fit for your family as well. This book also has another component called 101 Favorite Bible Stories, and we already have this book. We've been using it for the last couple levels, so that is the book that goes along with this curriculum. So that is the curriculum that we're going to be using this year for him for 4th grade language arts. All right, for math this coming year, my son's going to be doing Matthew C. Delta. This is actually the book that my daughter is currently finishing for this school year, but whenever he is finished with Matthew C. Gamma, then we will just pick up this Matthew C. Delta, and this will be the next level that he'll do for math. We have really enjoyed using the Matthew C. curriculum. I really like how it's hands-on. I also really like having the optional DVD component so that you can watch the material being taught. As a parent, that kind of helps me to feel more confident in explaining the material if I can see how another teacher is presenting it. So this is a really great curriculum, and we're looking forward to using it again this coming year. Okay, and then the last subject for him this coming year is going to be reading. So this past school year, we have been doing All About Reading Level 4, and that is actually the last level of All About Reading in their series. So since he'll be officially finished with All About Reading, then we're just going to start reading some books together. This is what I did with my daughter. Once she graduated from the All About Reading curriculum, then we would just pick a book and we would sit down and read together. So like I would read a page and then she would read a page, and we would just go back and forth and do like a chapter each day together. And so I went ahead and I selected several books for my son. Some of these are from our home library that we already had on hand, and then a couple of these books I purchased used or new for him because I thought they sounded more boyish. Some of the books we had are a little bit too girly, so I chose some books that I thought would be really fun and engaging and exciting for him. So I'm going to run through these books real quick, and maybe it'll give you some ideas of books that you can read with your son. The first two books I wanted to recommend are Ranger in Time. This is a really fun series by Kate Messner, and it's all about a dog who travels through time and, you know, plays the hero and helps someone in need. And so this one is called Race to the South Pole and Journey Through Ash and Smoke. And I think we have maybe 6 or 7 of these Ranger in Time books. These are just 2 that he has not read yet, so we're looking forward to reading those together this year. The next series of books that we also have here in our home is the Imagination Station series. This is a wonderful series of books, again, where the characters are traveling back through time. And I really like how a lot of these books will overlap nicely with history and different historical characters. These books are put out by Focus on the Family, so they also have a little bit of a Christian emphasis to them as well. So I like that just the content in them is clean. And so these are really excellent books. My daughter loved the series. I like that the series has a boy and a girl character, so it kind of connects with both boys and girls. So these are 3 books that he picked himself that he wanted to read with me this year. This one is called Battle for Cannibal Island, Inferno in Tokyo, and Freedom at the Falls. And I think that we have like maybe 23 books in this series. It's a really excellent series, so if you're looking for maybe a different kind of a more Christian alternative to the Magic Treehouse books, then I definitely would recommend checking out the Imagination Station series. All right, the next 2 books are a series that we have as well. I think we have maybe like 10 of these books. These are the Dover Children's Thrift Classics. Most of them are by the author Thornton Burgess. This one just happens to be Beatrix Potter, but it's from the same little collection of books. And these are all different animal stories, and most of them are just silly and humorous little animal stories. And so this one is called The Adventures of Happy Jack. And then this one is actually Beatrix Potter, and it's Peter Rabbit and 11 other favorite tales. So this is just some of Beatrix Potter's classic animal stories. So those are 2 books that we're going to be reading together as well. All right, this next book, I don't think I'm going to pronounce it properly, but it's called Lee Loon, Lad of Courage. This one is a biography. It's called The Story of Thomas Alva Edison. It's by Margaret Davidson, and she makes really nice short little biographies, and my son is really interested in inventing, so I thought he might really enjoy hearing more about Thomas Edison. The next book is from a series of books called The Lighthouse Family. These are all different animal stories. This one is called The Eagle. The next one is by Clyde Robert Bula. We have a lot of his children's books that he has written. This one is called The Chalkbox Kid. And then the last book is from a series of books called The Littles. I think we have maybe 4 or 5 of these books. So I have all these books linked in the description box if you want to check them out for your own family. But that is my plan for this year for him for reading, is to sit down together and just read through one of these books at a time. And as we're reading together, I can kind of reinforce the things that he's learned and all about reading, and kind of see where maybe there were some gaps or some things that we need to review or practice again together. And so those are the books that I'm excited to read with him this year. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I'm gonna be using this year for my 4th grade son. Again, I will have all of these homeschool curriculum videos in my homeschool playlist if you wanna check those out. They'll be coming out, I think, 1 each week. So definitely come back if you wanna see what I'm gonna be using next week with my 6th grader. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks so much as always for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.